Welcome back, everybody, for another Briones pickleball breakdown. Today, we're going to show you guys a clip of the day I became a father.
Make sure you stay to the end of this video because Caden and I are going to hop on the court and teach you the slide or fade backhand counter. But for right now, we're going to watch Caden actually execute this in a live match against Ben and Colin Johns. So let's get right into it. All right, Caden. So this is you and
Michael Lloyd.
Michael Lloyd.
Yeah, my guy.
Mr. Two from Arizona here.
Yes, sir.
And we got Colin and Ben Johns. I know a lot of people don't know of them.
No.
But they're up and comers.
Yeah. What they don't know is that I'm daddy. Anyways, here we go.
All right. So nice drop there.
Oh yeah, come to daddy right now. Yep. That's what we're talking about, folks.
Okay. So we're going to watch this one more time here.
Proud father of Ben Johns.
We're going to watch this one more time here. And so very quick point.
Very quick point.
Just full discretion here. Caden did not win this game. Okay.
No.
This is one of his highlights here.
This is just one of the highlights. Okay. We're just pointing out this specific clip because I did do a good thing in this video, but I did some other good things in the match too. But regardless, I'm daddy. Here we go.
Okay, so here's a good drop by Colin here. And the context, they're probably were serving in this video, yeah?
They were, yes.
Okay, and then...
It was a side out. We got no points for this point.
Okay, so Michael is stepping back, creating space. And that's one thing, again, we talked about in a previous video, right? But if that ball is landing in that non-volley zone, don't not move your feet.
Yep.
You know, move your feet, create that space, let this ball come to the apex. Because here's the thing, let's just actually see the shot choice here by Michael. And what is that? That's a top spin, a little top spin dink. I think it sat up a little bit more than he thought. But the reason why pro level players will let this ball bounce and create space like this is they have options. I'm just going to pause it right here, Caden. From right here, as a pro level player, what like 2 or 3 options do you see from this position here?
Yeah, so Michael being a very aggressive player, typically he can attack right at Ben. He could attack at Colin, or he could go for that little inside out little dink that he hit.
Dink, yeah.
Now, of course, the little inside out topspin dink that he did hit managed to be a little bit higher than I think he would have liked.
Sure.
But in this situation, I mean, because Michael does such a good job of getting his feet in position to be offensive, he has the option to go wherever he actually pleases.
Yeah, so creating space. We talked about this in another breakdown. We got Colin coming in, and we got Ben right up at the line. And Ben is covering that middle pretty aggressively like he normally does to put that pressure.
Yep.
So here we go. Here's that topspin dink like you said. And Caden, as you're seeing this dink come over, what are you looking for here to get ready for this backhand counter?
Oh, I see. Well, the first thing I notice is how he kind of leans in towards that ball. All right. Ben is a very, very good leaner. And what I mean by that is he takes one big step there. He drops that paddle a little bit, and I know just off the bat with that ball being a little bit high, he's rolling. He's rolling for sure. And I know he's going to try and get me in this upper body area. He's going to try and crowd me in this chicken wing area. Little does he know, I mean, he actually still catches me in a pretty decent spot.
Yeah, and you can see Caden here, and this is the big thing here we're going to talk about today is the slide or the fade. You know that when a player is straight on with you and they are on that, they're on that odd side, they're going to attack you most likely up your line to try to get you that dominant side attack. And Caden, very, very Colin-like, I would say. Colin Johns
does it very Caden-like, but yes.
Okay, yes, all right, we can say that. But you can see how you shift your body over, and you really slide and fade there so that we can avoid that not that dominant side attack. Right.
And just give myself a little bit more space to have a little bit more power on my shot.
That gave your space. And actually, Caden, you tell me though, because I don't know, man, this is pretty accurate from you. But you tell me if this counter here was on purpose to Ben's forehand, or if you're just getting it back. Because that is pretty, and we're going to talk about this in a second, but what do you think? You seriously, like, your honest thoughts?
Didn't purposefully put it at the forehand, I'm going to be honest. I usually will counter back at the body.
Yeah. And if that's the case too, you're sliding and fading, trying to, not get jammed up. And if you went right to his body, I would argue Ben might have been countered back pretty hard.
Yeah.
And then we'll have to see what happens there.
Right.
But this ball, you're countering back to the forehand. So when we talk about
triangle,
attacking forehand and actually countering back forehand, this is the ball that most players are laid on, right? Yep. You can tell it's tough because it jams up. And then now that you're fully slid over, Caden, with Ben's counter attack now, there's nowhere else it can go besides right at you again at your backhand, or it has to go somewhere towards Michael's forehand.
Right. Now, I think, honestly, if I executed the first slide perfectly, I think actually Ben would have been in the correct position. Which means you like, right? I'm trying to get enough space where I can go back down his line.
Yeah.
Right. I obviously got jammed a little bit, and my paddle face was a little bit late on the ball, which pushed it more towards his forehand side.
Yeah. But that worked out actually great for you. So for those of you watching, know that attacking to that dominant side is a very, very effective tool to have. And to counter it, we're going to hop on the court in a second and work on this slider fade.
Yeah.
So that you kind of hide that weakness there.
Right.
And then after your counter, you kind of just stay where you are.
Mm-hmm. And I say, come to Papa. Come to Papa. Try me again, little guy.
Come to Daddy there. And then
finish the job.
Yeah, finish the job. So we're going to watch it from top to bottom here. Got Colin with the drop. Topspin dink there. And the slide and fade.
Night.
Wow, you made Ben look like a 3-0 right there, man.
Right. I mean, that's what I do, man.
All right.
That's my job.
All right. Again, Ben, thanks for that footage, and thanks for letting Caden win a point. But
I want more than 1 point, guys.
Yeah. Well, we're going to hop on the court now. We're going to talk about the slide and fade backhand counter. You're not going to want to miss this. So now let's hop on the court and show you how it's done.
Let's go. Okay, let's talk about the slide or fade counter volley. Typically, when our opponents attack us, they're looking to jam us in these awkward spots like our dominant shoulder or our dominant hip. So first thing we need to note is when we see our opponents drop their paddle head and start to lean in to try and attack us, we need to anticipate by moving our body into a position to give us space. And that's typically going to be done with this slide. So I push off with my left foot and I kind of just drag it with me to give myself this ball out in front of my body instead of jamming inside of my body. Lastly, let's talk about your swing path. Your swing path has to be going outward. Typically, I see a lot of players swinging all over the place, downward, upward, you name it. But when you are starting to slide, your path still needs to continue outward towards where you're trying to hit this ball. So if I stuck my arm straight out, it should be going straight out with my arm, not in any other location. So once I slide and anticipate, my paddle is going outward, and hopefully that ball is now starting to drop down. Let me show you guys a couple examples. Okay, so notice, as soon as I saw Jordan's eyes and his paddle head drop, that was my indicator to start my slide to give myself that space on that backhand counter. I'm not trying to hit the crap out of this ball, but I do want to give this ball some pace to catch them off guard as they are kind of leaning in. So remember, keep those swings nice and compact, give it that outward motion, and from there you guys should be good to go.
Yeah, so Caden obviously already has a good counter, but remember, this is one way that you can defend that dominant side. And anticipation is key. Keep that in mind. You know, if you think your opponent is going to attack you, or maybe they have been attacking you towards that dominant side, this is a play that you can use, pushing off that left foot and getting into good position.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you guys enjoyed that video, please make sure to like, subscribe down below. And if you guys are interested in more videos about off the bounce attacks, feel free to click that link above us. Thanks so much.